Alright, it's back live. Here. And we keep working on Terraform. Yeah, so that does really freaking well, that eval. So presumably somewhere just like within some small number of variations.
Yeah, I can sweep it sub 16,000.
Yeah, this was trained with 8, and then now this is evaling with 32, which is amusing. Yeah, they're terraforming. Like, they're working on it.
Go worker bees. You said 32 now?
I think they're 32 in here. They're like working on this island here. And this one down at the bottom.
I still think they're stacking too high.
Right here they are, for sure.
On middle left.
Yeah, right here, middle left, definitely.
From a shader perspective, what should it look after they've taken away all of the hill of the existing, if that's the goal? Should it be dark? It's like the moss green that it currently is on the bottom or whatever?
I think that it's like either bright green or you just barely see like the environment peeking through, depending on if it's like slightly over or slightly under. I mean, they're trying. Here, let's rerun this full training now with the 32 agents.
Oh, I thought that was the 32.
No, we trained to 8 and eval 32.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's way faster to start up now, which is nice. Oh, you know what? I bet you they can't see the delta very well. I think I figured out why they're stacking too high. So, like, it's target map minus map. So if target map is lower, this becomes a negative number, and then this gets put into a char.
So you think it's being constrained too much?
I think it should be like 120 or 128. It should be like something like this. We'll try before and after with this. You see, I think it was not. I think it was missing half the delta.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. So I was able to find the bug and why that is happening with like the num workers, I mean. And it seems to be like a bigger issue than just num
Yeah, it's
envs.
probably a
It's
parsing bug, right?
it's a it's a it well it applies to any argument that is two types of that can be two data types. So with, for example, with the num workers, it can be a string, which is auto, or it can be an int. And the problem you're having specifically with
Oh,
the
that's
num,
weird.
you get what I'm saying?
Huh. That's weird.
Because you're parsing it, so when you have the default
Yeah, I
config,
see, because then you add the type in. Yeah, 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 okay.
yep, that's what you're
That's
doing.
super obnoxious.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what
So
to do about that. I'll have to think of what the heck to
yeah,
do.
that's kind of I don't think I can bring like 'cause I can band-aid fix it, but it's not really like
I
it's not
think I'll just
solving the
have to
main issue,
run.
you know.
I'll probably just have to AST literally val again or something.
Well, no, because well, that's the thing. You are
Like a
getting
second
the
time. Also, terraforming with 32 bulldozers.
oh, let me see that. I'll pull up your stream real quick. Oh, you're share screening. Okay.
I'm not fully convinced it's doing better.
Well, we didn't fix the obs yet either. Look, it's building over here. Look at this. It's filling in this island.
I can't see your
And this
cursor.
one. Oh, that's a Discord bug. Cursor, I guess, is on stream.
Yeah, because the bet also had that issue. I guess it's a Linux thing because we're both like you're using the Ubuntu, I'm using Debian.
Okay, we're gonna do this again. And now hopefully.
So can you explain your obs change? I don't understand like how that would have made a difference
So
on
I did
dividing like
delta.
55.
I did like target minus source. And then I scale it from 0 to 255, and then it gets assigned to an unsigned char.
Okay.
So if it's negative, then it just gets cropped to 0 or possibly undefined behavior.
Because char can only be 0 to 255. So how did you go about fixing that? Did you subtract it by 128 to start?
Yeah, kind of. Now to be fair, technically we could just go. We could do a signed char instead of a unsigned char, which is just int 8. That might be the better fix. We'll see if it does any better. Should make them stop overstacking.
At a low level, is that what casting from float to char does automatically, like the cast function?
Well, it's got to produce a valid char,
Does it
right?
just divide? It just divides it into that range of
No, it
reasonable
doesn't.
values.
It doesn't. It'll round by default. So I actually manually scale it to get it into the reasonable range.
So what we can do with so I mean, so from what I see, like you are using auto as like a trigger to an if statement a lot
Mhm.
of times, like that's how you use auto. So what you can do is I'm interested to know how much you are using auto. Um, let me search. So let's do. Okay, so you're using it here, here. Auto to no. Oh, like this, yeah. Auto. Okay, you were using it here. Yeah. So sizes. Yeah. So
No idea
from
if this
what
is
I
actually better here.
see, bad size. Okay, so you have that life scale auto that.
The average
Yeah.
batch of data is now only coming from one environment. And 32 agents.
What?
When you see n equals 32, there are 32 agents in one n. It means that that log is just like one environment episode worth of data.
No, they get average, so it should be 32.
32 agents. N doesn't get averaged.
And GPU drive, it's the same thing too. But I set up 1024 agents, N is 1024. Even if I have 16 workers and 16 copies.
Getting all the logs at the same time. But so look at
But
this.
you're saying it should be a multiple?
Oh, that looks better. That looks better.
Think I'm seeing less stacking.
There shouldn't be any now. I don't see anything.
I'm questioning middle right a little bit,
Maybe.
but it might just be filling it in, and that is the high point that's necessary.
Why they don't fill in these like other islands down at the bottom?
Do you think they're just too far?
Could be.
Like it just doesn't see it, and it's like screw
Down
it.
here, this and that.
There's easier reward otherwise.
Maybe. They should be filling stuff in.
It feels like they've kind of slowed down.
There are a bunch of them stuck. They get unstuck though automatically anyways. Maybe that's it. Maybe they just keep going to like try to put the stuff in and they get stuck. Oh, there's some stacking at the top left or middle left.
Yeah, I see that.
They're building Tower of Babel.
Working on it.
Yeah.
I think the odds that Babel was created as part of the target is extremely low.
It's actually sentient.
Yeah, dude, we're building aliens now on Mars.
It turns out Puffer just builds first AGI with a 100k, 150k parameter network or whatever. 166k is this network.
I mean, isn't like most of robotics RL?
Yeah. Good chunk of it.
Yeah, so I mean, it's probably a good guess that like the Mars rover and all that is probably RL or
No,
something
no,
similar
they
to it.
don't.
No,
They're like
no.
super like tightly coded classic control, I'm pretty sure.
So like more
You
Boston
can't
Dynamics.
debug your RL, yeah. You can't
Yeah.
debug your RL when it breaks on Mars.
Yeah, good point. Yeah. But
They
do you
have
think
like
like the
they have like ridiculously defensive coding guidelines. Like you can't
oh yeah,
like
oh
you
yeah.
can't have an if
No
statement without an
recursion.
else or something.
No recursion too.
Fuck recursion anyways, but like
Yeah.
You know, one concept I was thinking of is I don't know if it is relevant, but if we ranked areas to start targets in,
Mm,
I
if
actually
that would
don't
be
understand why there's like nothing on like this island.
like there's many of these islands that they're just ignoring entirely.
Yeah, I don't know why that it could be an ops bug. Yeah, they should be filling this thing in. So like there's quite possibly ops bug. I mean like this whole island like they're filling in. You see it's getting
Yeah,
lighter green because it's getting shallower, and then they just ignore this one
and they're still making Tower Babel.
over here, this one for some reason. I wonder if there's a reason that they're doing that. They should be getting negative reward.
yep. Same thing is happening in batch size. Like with the string thing.
Bugs everywhere, man.
Yeah. For that, I think what you can do, I guess this is another question. Do you only use like for auto, from what I'm seeing, all it is like you use auto for a numeric variable that has kind of like a default dynamic default value.
Pretty much, yeah.
So to fix that, I think what you just do is you make it so that um basically like in the puffer RL when you have the add argument yeah, when you do the config loading and you dynamically add arguments here with the dynamic help menu from config, what you can do is you can just do a very simple like if statement for like the type, do like a if auto
Oh yeah,
um
you're right.
type is int or something like that. You know, do you think that would be a good fix?
Except I think there's int and float, but yeah, maybe.
I mean, we can make it float, and the int calculations, Python, doesn't really care.
Hopefully. Except when it does. Yo, Spencer, why is it like it very quickly figures out like a few of these? I'm looking at it, and like it very quickly starts some of these islands, and then it just like kind of like pitters out. I don't know.
Um, are we confident that the total sum of dirt is the same total sum on the other end?
Well, no, but there's plenty of dirt to go around. Like you can see all these islands like poking through.
Well, it's a little hard for me to tell which islands are like I know there's new islands, and I guess it just reset a second ago. So everything currently is supposed to be is old now, right?
Yeah, just
So it should
reset
be
again.
murdering all of these islands.
Like it fills in this one here.
Here, let me switch to the Twitch stream so I can see your cursor flying around. Okay,
Bell's
why would this
PR
not
is
being able to see? It either can't see it or thinks it's not going to get reward from it, or it's easier to get something else.
I don't want to like look at this on the let's see, terraform fast. I want to be able to look at this. All right, so like here, this means that there's overlap between this formation and the goal. So like these two should be very close together. I think light green is like these
Light
are
green's supposed
very
to be like
close.
near flat, right?
It's like nearly matches the target, I believe.
What if all those things are still overlapping with the existing target? Like, and if it pulls it away from that mountain, it's actually losing. It's getting penalized because it's
They
already
shouldn't
overlapped
all
on
be,
itself.
right?
Well, when you zoom in, it kind of looks like they are.
It does. I don't know why.
It just looks like there's more of them, but it's still all on the same one.
I've like summed it or something weird. Calc everything. And you copy a rig map. How's this work? Wait, where does a rig map get copied? Huh?
In Perlin noise?
Wouldn't make. Parlin noise.
In Perlin noise, it's past the pointer and it's actively doing things to it.
Where?
In Perlin noise, it's not.
Where is it past a
Like-
rig? Where is it past? Oh, cause yeah, you fill in the original map, and then you copy the original to just map. Yeah, that's fine.
Wait, but how is regular map used? Like just map.
Right here, so in reset, you copy a rig map into map.
Okay.
Maybe we need to like. Welcome, Real
I got
RL
like 30
learner.
minutes.
We have a terraforming environment that we are trying to figure out what is wrong with. The goal is to have a bunch of bulldozers turn one map into another with RL.
What could be the issue?
We also did where's the other thing that we did earlier today?
We're good. Or I don't know what you called it.
We also made this earlier today, which is pretty freaking awesome. Envin some branch? Yeah, it's in 3.0. What are they doing there? They're trying to go to the star that matches their color, and then they change colors when they get there. Did that today. So I have a quick hack, Spencer, that we can do.
Oh, I'm just gonna copy over and change the color.
I have to. Just place it up by 10. Rio, Puffer, Ocean. Yes. Be there. Are you checking your fork or something?
If he's on his own fork, it's probably that.
Right here.
Well, I don't know. We've pushed it quite often to it.
Terraform. I'm not holding out on you. Something seems screwy with this. That like we just like displace this up way more. Oh. I think it's just misleading rendering, Spencer. Because, like... Okay, so, like, look at this. There's... Huh.
Maybe instead of having them overlaid, we should have them entirely two separate maps side by side.
I'm trying to figure out why this translation is... Isn't this translated up completely? This is not translating it upward the way I would expect. Oh, you know why? I see. This will do it. That'll segfault, actually. Actually, that'll just segfault. There we go. So this shifts it up. You see? So this shifts this map upwards. And we actually can tell that it's very hard to see geometry at all on this thing.
Yeah, I can't see shit.
So let's with these separate, let's make this actually... Okay, so now it's starting to come back, but it's still iffy. Oh. The fragment shape. So can I do it like... Yeah, okay, there we go. So now we can see both, right? See?
Yeah, I think we're okay with that now.
And we can change the displacement to be like something that's like closer. So it's like maybe this. So it definitely is the case then that it wasn't filling the stuff in, right?
Yeah, for sure. It was filling. It was honestly just doing the same thing, I think.
The parallax effect on this is really freaking cool. They're different heights. I mean, I have all sorts of things I can do on the Viz side. The question is why is it not filling in?
You want to do a... Okay, so now that this is fixed on this, rebuild and show the eval again.
I mean, it's eating this bad stuff, right?
Okay, now it seems correct because it's eating away, and then should be nothing thereafter.
It's actually, it is eating it. I mean, it looks substantially better, at least, from this Viz.
I mean, it's murdering that one area. It's taking a while, but...
But, like, there's nothing here at all.
Yeah, that has been ignored. The entire bottom or middle left has been ignored.
Can we get a... Let's find some guys trying to do autonomous, autonomous snow shaping for, like, ski lodges.
Okay, yeah.
Have it build a half pipe.
I talked with a friend who owns a ranch, and said they would want to be doing it for some, like, taking out of brush with dozers for ranch maintenance. It's still making the Tower of Babel.
Yeah, over there it is. At least it's, like, better. Like, look at this.
Okay, so it still gets it will get a reward simultaneously for when it pulls from an existing area and places it. It should get a reward for both because it's just deltas, right?
Yeah.
That's the only reward we're giving it, yeah?
Think so? I could push it and you could set up some sweeps. I think you gotta go to dinner.
I do. Not quite yet, but pretty close. 'Cause I still got to drive like 30 minutes back to my house. I mean, it could be a params thing. I mean, possibly.
Do you drive like 30 minutes just to go to like an office?
Yeah, that's my family's office.
Oh dang. That's far.
Eh, not in terms of like Texas driving times. That's like very
Jeez.
like chill. Like
Dude,
20-30 minute drives are like nothing.
dude, it's just too hard to go like out to a separate building to like go to my gym, so it's like in the same room. Straight up.
I mean, that's fair. I need to go back to the gym.
Yeah, I need
Then
to
I have to go
train.
to a gym.
Gym is good.
It is, but I mean, if you can't really go to a gym, you can also do a lot of really good body weight stuff.
So much
I
better
feel
to
like I
have
feel like
weights.
gym is superior.
Uh,
I mean, depends on what your definition of superior is.
well, it's superior in the sense that every morning I get up, I put the coffee pot on, and I deadlift the bar behind me, just once,
Yeah,
just to wake up.
but that's because you live in a gym. Like most
Yes.
people, have to travel there. Like, and that's like if the gym is like 30 minutes away, that's not very good.
I mean, to be
It,
fair, you kind of just need like a barbell and some plates.
mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
generally pretty true.
and dumbbells. Because how are you gonna do like lateral raises?
Yeah,
So you just lateral raise the
just
barbell.
lateral
Duh.
raise. Yeah, the bar.
Okay, I think what would be something that would be screwing with this? I feel like the obs are pretty chill. I mean, maybe the compressing thing is still wrong.
Could be. I think when you go to dinner, I'm going to spend hour-ish on this, and I'm going to try to
Hmm?
I'm gonna try to
You're gonna
make
screw with
like
the
a really
shader.
nice shader that'll like tell us. I'm gonna push this though so that you can do sweeps.
Yeah, just go ahead and push it. And let me just get some sweeps going, and I'll get like some parameters picked and such.
Okay. A quick question. The so you know how you have like the sweep dot something?
Hmm?
That is not like an argument that you can pass, right?
What?
Like sweep, like the sweep dot vec dot numenvs, and then like there's a scale argument there. That thing you can't pass through like the command line
Oh, you
arguments, right?
technically can. I don't know why you'd want to, but you
Yeah.
can.
Yeah. So it's not like really useful, you can say, like to pass it like that, right?
I mean, you can
And I
technically
guess
do it.
what? Yes. So what's scale? Is scale a float?
Yeah.
Hmm. Yeah. So from what I see, scale is the only like auto float, like something that you use auto for that is a float. Everything else looks to be like an int, like batch size, like num workers. From what I see, you use batch size, num workers, and that's about it for auto.
Okay.
For
That's
scale.
that is pushed. I also had forgotten to push the puffer's image, so now you have the puffer's image pushed.
Hey,
So anybody who
where's
wants to build some M's, you have the puffer assets now. Yeah.
Did you
buffers.
just do that right now? I just pulled it the second
Yeah,
ago.
I
Is it
forgot to. I'd forgotten to add the assets in.
did I receive them? They're in resources or what?
Uh-huh. Resources
I see
slash
the
buffers.
shaders.
Nah, you probably didn't pull again.
Oh, I always forget this. That's my fork. Must sync.
There you go.
Must sync. For honor and glory.
So, Joseph, would you like me to like PR real quick, like create a PR for a
You
like a
can.
fix like that?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can. Would be good.
Okay.
I
Let's
want to
see
get
what.
the shader done.
Mm-hmm.
Tonight I want to get this damn shader done.
Okie doke. What do I want to sweep? Let's see. The reset number, reward scaling. Anything else? I can't sweep vision because that screws with op size. Yeah, we'll start with those two for now. Should be fine.
God, how annoying it is to do to send height map data to shaders.
Ah. Okay, yeah, that's not good. Hmm.
Ah, it's like super annoying to do this, but it's fine. Figure it out.
Wait a second. Ta-da. Quick question. So from what I see here, most of the auto, well, all of them, all of the auto like variables or parameters that use auto are only positive. They can only be positive numbers. Unless scale can scale be, is it valid for scale to be a negative
No,
number?
not at the moment, but that's going to be a really shitty bug to catch if we like round
Right.
or do something dumb.
Well, what I was thinking is more just like instead of auto, do like a -1, and then that, you know.
Yeah, but that's really confusing to see in a config.
Mhm. Yes, correct.
Especially for spoiled shitty Python programmers.
Mm-hmm.
Is distribution discrete of a viable thing
What?
for sweeps, or do I have to do uniform?
There's no discrete. I believe there's an int uniform. Check it.
I think it's just uniform, and then there's log normal.
There's some sort of int format, I believe. And so I think that this lets us load in the data.
Oh no, you're right. There is int uniform. Oh, this one I can mess with PPT Horizon. Turn that back on. And I can sweep mini batch size again. I guess I can sweep back numems.
That
Okay, so what is it? Int underscore uniform? Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think this is probably reasonable. 50 million to 300 million. Yeah. First run this to see if it actually trains. About what score did you get on this again?
20s 30 maybe.
20s, 30?
Spencer's working on Terraform at the moment. I'm working on shader for it. He's working on setting up sweeps. He's good.
I gotta get this going and then head out.
Gotta eat.
Yeah, I gotta eat and I gotta put on non-hobo clothing.
Yeah, I literally just got up and started working on this stuff. I gotta finish this and shower and chill for the rest of the evening. That's the plan.
That's a good plan.
It's really weird how the learning on this is so spiky.
It's because it randomly resets, dude. The resets are random, that's why. Now, start doing this, right? Like, width and height.
Yeah, I don't think I broke anything. It looks like it's still hovering in the range of like 18 to 22. God, the amount of times I have to export this Neptune token is ungodly.
Are you using VS Code or like Cursor or anything like that?
I'm just in one of the boxes.
Got cursor
Oh.
muted as a keyword on X.
Let's see.
You don't like bets by the reference or whatever?
Oh my god. Just stop with those shit language models, alright? They're bad. They can't code. Just stop. Who is taking? What? Who's talking? We've got some folks in the Discord now. Contributors. Okay, that runs. File this without flow mode. this what I think it is? Is this actually correct? It actually might be something. Hard to say.
All right, I'm gonna watch it for like 2 or 3 runs to see if it actually samples something, and then I'm gonna go. Let me link you the thingy.
Oh, this isn't doing jack. Oh, wait. Texture. Uniform sampler 2D. Default. Default. That's funny. You segfault if you do that shader. Frag position times width. Wait, frag. Maybe it's not times width.
Oh, it's so nice when experiments run fast.
Maybe it's isn't it divided by? Because the sampler takes rel chords. I believe. Maybe it's this. Still no, huh? Yeah, this is definitely divide by width, divide by height. Yeah, yeah. Oh, wait. Still no, huh?
The sweep seems to be sweeping. I linked it in the general chat, and oh, no, I didn't put it on Tmux. GG.
Rip. Why is it that I put this thing in green and it still comes out in bugs? I gotta tell you, it drives me nuts when like, oh yeah, thing itches a little bit, whatever. But like when 1 in every 20 times that something itches, it is actually a bug crawling on you. Like, you get paranoid. Freaking bugs everywhere. I mean, this is like sampling something, but I don't know what it is. Oh, you dummy, you're sampling the terrain. Yeah. This is actually working. Wait, but if it's actually working, it wouldn't just be it's in the wrong freaking color. So how's that make any sense, dummy? It doesn't, right? The fact that you can just see through?
All right, so now sweep is live.
Nice.
Let me link the correct sweep. All right, I'll see you later.
Yeah, Spencer. It's bizarre. I'm trying to get this like overlay, a better like overlay shader that'll show you like the actual gap between the target and the source.
Like between like between the final product and what it's currently.
Actually, like this is rendering because I can see that underneath is the other one. So like that means this is kind of rendering the thing I want, but like I don't know why. It doesn't seem to matter what I put here when I put the terrain height in.
You sure?
Like if I put here, if I just put like 1, this will come out blue. Okay,
Right.
but then if I put 0.5.
I think that's alpha, no?
Yes, that is
Yeah.
alpha. Yes. So but then like when I put the terrain height in as the color, it just like full transparencies me, I guess, is what it would seem.
Can I see that? Okay.
It just disappears, I
Cool.
guess.
What's terrain color?
Wait, integer varying width must be flat. Okay, so this is why.
Here
Integer
you go.
integer varying width must be flat. What does that mean?
Mm.
I know what it means must be flat.
Okay.
Flat in int? Okay. Yeah, that's something. Okay, so now we just have this like transparent
Oh.
thing, but it's not getting colored correctly.
Okay, I think I found a fancy way to do this. Okay, let's try that.
Wait, is this supposed to be int? No.
No, this needs to be ring. Well, type. Oh,
Oh wait, width? Yeah, no, width and height are int. So
all right. I'm gonna go. It looks like I'm working on that kind of type thing. I think I can find a way to make it um work well. So I'm a
thank you.
PR that. Um,
I will
yeah.
continue
I
terraforming.
mean, yeah. So
I
with
set up
Boyd's,
Bubba
I
flag.
got on my machine the edge reward working because it wasn't working for me for some reason. So now I got it working. Now I'm gonna work also on the like other kind of rewards for that. And yeah, that's kind of the two things I'm working on now.
Thank you.
But yeah, I guess I'll see you later.
See you around.
Go take the day off, the rest of the day off.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
All right, bye.
Thanks, Guma. Oops, let me fix the ISO back to where it was. Puffer training facility. Servers for training agents, equipment for training me. Discord. Okay, this is something, right? Like there's... Am I wrong that there's variation here? I think there is variation here, right? Wait, terrain height. Wait, float. something weird here. That's going to be all blue. And this has contrast. I don't see how this has contrast. Maybe it just has contrast because of the variations in height. Maybe it's still wrong. Yeah, it's gotta be, right? Like, terrain. The goal is to sample from this terrain buffer. Env client shader terrain. Env client shader terrain data. So we have shader terrain data. We have shader terrain lock. Shader terrain data, shader terrain lock. You didn't set the shader value ever, did you, to shader terrain? Yeah, I didn't set the shader value. My guy. That'll frickin' do it, now won't it? So now we have our data. Any different though? I don't think it's any. Well, hang on. Now maybe we have to divide. Now this is still uniform looking. Set the shader, client shader. Ah, no, this is not shader. This is client target shader. Wish you'd get some sort of errors with this type of stuff. It's ridiculous. Target shader gets shader. So many freaking bugs. Don't know. Client shader terrain data, then we get shader terrain location. Target shader terrain. We get target shader, which has terrain, which is sampler 2D. Correct. Set shader terrain location. Client shader terrain. Fine. And then update texture. Client shader terrain. Shader terrain data. Set shader value texture, I believe. It's still not taken. Like, what is going on here? Uint 8 data gets set. Let's just pass it to Grok, just check for dumb things. Hey, Hyper. What are you doing today? Today we are doing Terraform Env. Goal is to well, it'll look a lot cooler once I have the target map in. The goal is to have bulldozers terraform this environment. And we were also doing earlier today, we built this environment, in which you have tons of agents running around to different objectives. And yeah, it produces really interesting patterns. White is RGBA, okay. Gen image color. That is true. There's probably like a gen image grayscale. We already format it. I heard if you want to be better at RL, you get a 4th monitor. I've only got 2 here. I've got my main coding monitor, and then I've got chat and OBS and stuff on this side. I do suggest the 2nd monitor as vert mount. I've used a bunch of setups over the years, and this has been my favorite. 27-inch standard, 27-inch vert. Now, don't you know the pro developers? They only have one monitor, and they tab between everything, and they unplug the mouse because you don't need a mouse. I had the most try-hard setup ever in undergrad. I had like this custom Rice to Arch install on like a random SLI water-cooled machine I put together, and yeah, there were driver issues such that the mouse would just not work sometimes, and I wouldn't notice for hours. Funny. Yeah, we can clamp them. Custom logistic 3 GB RAM. Nah. We keep it lightweight. I mean, with how long that shitty language takes to compile, I wouldn't be surprised. see anything in here that was actually... I didn't see anything that from Grok that was correct. Oh, let's see what we have here. We get the position. Get X and Z over the map size. We clamp them. We sample. Terrain. This should give you a pixel value, right? I'm not seeing anything from that. Do clamp. Still nothing. Well, that tells you it's at terrain height 0. So yeah, okay. Yeah, so it's sampling 0 is what's happening, right? Now, why is it sampling 0? Load texture from image. First of all, this is supposed to be target map. No, it's not. Wait. How the hell does this thing work? Okay, so this is not the texture that you want. This probably does go to texture 0. Don't know. Obnoxious, I will say. This is very obnoxious. Wait, segfault syndrome mesh. Four times size. What the hell's wrong with this thing? How did I do this in Neural MMO? I literally have an example here. Come on. Shader terrain data. Gets allocated. Sorry, man. Oh. No, this is fine. I can't for the life of me figure out what the hell's wrong with this. Four times I. 4 times m size times m size. Supposed to be an unsigned char, yeah? Unsigned char. Unsigned char. Allocate this is totally correct. Failed to compile. Affected. And it's seg faults if the shader fails. That's so ass. Okay. Jank. Black. Shaders loaded successfully. Something. I mean, this should now be literally easiest darn thing. Like, one everywhere. but we don't get this for some reason. You know, shaders, very easy. Configuring shaders, ass. Still black. So it can't find anything. God damn it. Well, I'm not crazy, it's like jank. Get the shader location from the target shader. Set the value. Terrain shade, shader terrain. Which is there. Allocate your data. Update the texture. Target shader correctly. It's crazy, like I think I've spent more time like debugging passing values from C to shaders than actually writing shaders. Like overall. Like what the hell's wrong with this stupid thing? It's supposed to be pixel. It is UV, right? Totally supposed to be UV. Still zero. So it's gotta be the terrain texture, it's just zeros, yeah? Terrain. Get shader location. Texture tiles look. The location. Terrain. Do both of these. Fuck you, Grok. It's a shit. Literally would have been better off just closing the bloody thing. Always, always. Like overall, waste more time than it saves. So you don't need to update the texture repeatedly. Yeah, that's freaking wrong. Job. Now we have target map. Sure. This. So target map of I. Still no, huh? Thing. Still zeros. Bizarre. Beyond bizarre. Getting compile error? Oh. Okay, well that's freaking weird. Right? That it's like... Yeah, that's weird. Oh, because it's a multiple, right? Like, if I get rid of this... Shouldn't be that dark, right? So, it's either... Oh, that's dark blue. Color's correct. $255. Value. That just doesn't make any sense to me. You're getting real... Oh, this is a lot of freaking zeros. But you have stuff in there, right? Wait, that was supposed to be normed to be... These are really low, huh? So weird. Oh. Okay, there you go. There's your static. Like just fighting my own debugging. There we go. Okay, way better. delta. There we go. There's our delta. We can now accentuate it a little bit. Yeah, so there's our delta. Like these are the regions that need help. Green. Okay, green's way more visible. But I think we're gonna do oh man. All, which is exactly what we want. Cool. So now we have like this transparent fog thing going on. $8.48. Grind on this a little bit more. I'm trying to think how I want this to look. now we can see all the spots where this pokes through. See if we can get this to like actually render reasonably next. This almost does it here. Let's just see if it's a color problem. Oh yeah, that's way more freaking visible. Can't freaking see this is the problem at all. Go back to this for a second. Okay, that's something, right? Now you can clearly see the parts that are like very heavily off. Maybe it should be the other way here, right? Five. Oh, 0.5 is kind of like weak. Better. Now, what the question is, can I get away with doing this to the other fragment shader so you can kind of see them together, right? Heck? Not work? It's definitely changing it, but like you can't frickin' see anything under it. How's that make any sense? Oh yeah, there's something wrong with this because this just cuts it out of the map. Seems. So absolute value, target height minus terrain height. This should not be this way, right? Like, how does this make any sense? Is abs? No, abs is a function, right? Is it because of this black? No, right? This just gives you... Why does this get cut out entirely? Is it render order? All the regions where you can see the shader. Now it's transparent. Can't see anything behind it. I mean, I could potentially make this thing... I could make this thing a shader on this. technically just like raise this bloody thing up, can't I? Okay, so the fact here is that there actually isn't, there is not a shader portion here. This seems odd. There should be, yeah, there should be a delta here. Frame height. Terrain height 0? Wait, what? Like times? Oh, there you go. Beautiful pixel effect as well. I kind of like the pixel effect. Target height. Here is your terrain height, right? Okay, way better. So now you can see terrain height, target height. So good. Okay, so now you get both of these. But you don't get to know what is low and what is high, and that is bad. Dark color and color. Do a simple red. Green. Back 4. I bet. This is divide by, so you got to do 0.5. What is it? It's just this minus this plus 0.5 or plus 1. Like this. There you go. So now this says this is too low. This needs to be filled in. What this says. Hang on. So next, where do we go from here? Contrast on that sucks, unfortunately. Stick to red to green for now. Honestly, black to white would kind of be goated here. Like, especially this with, like, transparency. Except you can't do it here, dummy. Be some more verticality to this thing. Not. Fine. Yeah, this made it jank, didn't it? Possible to do. Possible to get right. You just have to do the all right offset. Okay, that's about what we were looking for here. So now we actually have like some terrain and there's actually some verticality to it, you see? We actually get like reasonable verticality here. The mountains. And now max height is still 32, right? Max height is still 32. Now we can go here. Welcome YouTube folks. This is, for reference, this is Terraform, the reinforcement learning environment simulating a bunch of bulldozers pushing dirt around. Bleh. And I am trying to get some nice visuals with these shaders so we can actually see what the target is, because you're trying to terraform one terrain into a target terrain. So we're trying to figure out some nice ways to viz that. Okay, so this now gives you yeah, the coloring is pretty awkward. Has like a kind of a glassy effect to it, which is kind of cool. Can't freaking see what's going on though. What's like a quick way to do wires? Was looking for. Yeah, there we go. So that gives you. That's not exactly it now, is it? Your janky grid. Unfortunately, it's too late at night, and I've been working too long to successfully do this manually. And make it say puffer. This is a not too hard of a function, but one, it's not the type of thing I normally do. Yeah, you can do lots of stuff in a I just want a freaking grid function, man. It's not that hard. It's like some like abs of like percent or whatever, but you know, the thing is, it's just, I think it probably just starts to go off the rails here. There we go. That wasn't that hard, now was it? Thing. Nice glowing grid. You see that? Nice glowing grid. So what we'll do is we'll do a hole. Delta here. Yeah, there we go. That's way closer to what I'm looking for. Do red instead of this. Better. Like messy. This is right on top of this, right? There you go. That's actually easier to see, right? I'm just trying to figure out a good way to show the where dirt needs to be put and all. It's too big. Better. Other way around. So the actual red map is the current map, and then this is going to be like this toggleable overlay that shows you where you're trying to put the dirt. backwards. Like, this shouldn't be all cyan here. That's weird. Is what a parameter of the env? The target maps are generated. It's like, that's your task. What do you mean? No, it's actually at the moment it's just trying to turn some mountains into other mountains. The target, yes. Like these stretched a little bit is all. Yeah, we'll fix that. Kind of cool. Working on it. Little tricky. Oh, also, I'm literally sitting in darkness here and nobody told me. Hello. Camera ISO super low. What happened to this? Why does this max do weird things? And I literally just have to reach over and turn the knob for ISO. It's easy. Okay, so for this thing here, like this is actually, this is clean here. Versus before, if I do this, is it still clean? Now see, this is blurrier. So actually, I like this effect, how it like it cleanly keeps the lines. And then for some reason, it gets smudged like here. Oh, but it doesn't get smudged. It's just really high value there. Should be really high value. Abs delta. It's just like that this is, maybe this is like a tall mountain, I don't know. Now what about this, why is it like black? Max of glow. Abs delta, this is abs delta. Are way, way better. Now you get something like this, very clean lines. Smudging. I don't know why it's like has such aggressive peaks here though. Seem to align. I would expect it to. Here it does. This is perfect. Then it goes nuts. Let's see. All right. Target height. Height. Might still do the banded thing to be fair. Probably band this really easily, right? Fast. Really just like yeah, there you go, look. That gives you the contours. That gives you like these perfect contoured hills. This is pretty sweet looking. Two problems with this. I think one is that, like, probably just do it like this. Wait, here, maybe. Maybe this. Okay. There. So now there's a minimum. So if there's any difference at all, you will see it. Substantially better, I would say. Now this is getting pretty clean. Now the last thing is this bug. Like what's going on here, right? Is this a bug? It shouldn't be super bright, right? Like this is pretty close to a existing lump. So why is it that this is so bright? See, if we take delta color, mix the start color with the end color by abs delta. Target height minus the terrain height, right? Not need this anymore. Let's just make sure that this is not getting anywhere. Not, we're good. Frag position Y. Seems wrong, doesn't it? Wait, terrain height gets multiplied by 32. There we go. That fixes it. Perfect. So now you can see pretty much everything. Even need the grid. I actually, as much as I like the grid, I don't know if we need it. Like, it's freaking cool that you can have this effect. Infinitely, by the way. Like, this perfect blur. I don't think we need it, actually, right? I'm gonna, like, comment it. I'm not gonna delete it. I'm gonna comment it, though. I guess a faint grid could be it. Here, let me get the non version first. This is how it looks without. This is very clean. What the? Oh, minus black. Okay, so this is nice, right? Doesn't seem like the delta is computed the way I would like it to be. Like this should start off very faint here because it's yeah, this works. Terrain height. The one that was super bright, right? Ultra bright because definitely not this, right? So this says anywhere that you're over existing terrain is going to be ultra bright. Right? This is like a slightly less bad version, but it's still ridiculous, right? Look at this. Over the terrain and it's like crazy delta. I don't know why exactly it's like this. Can you even see? Oh, it's because of the, I see. I get it. This has to go under. Better. Go. Now you should get like smoother transitions. brighter here than here, I believe. Here than here, because it's showing you now more correctly, the delta to the terrain that you have to get, not the actual value of the terrain, and this is better as well. Like, yeah, there's some low-lying stuff there. Lying stuff there, low-lying stuff there. Here. Better. I think that's pretty solid. Overall. Solid. Let me try the cyan. Hey, Spencer. Oh yeah, that works too. The cyan actually looks just as good. Boom. Check this out. Here's your overlay. That's where dirt has to move. Back in Discord if you're around. For a bit, going to bed soonish. Kind of like the mesh overlay. It's pretty busy. You can try it, but like, it's pretty dang busy. No? Not as bad in the same color, I guess. You can leave the mesh in then. See what Spencer thinks. Reminds me of Ender's Game. If you haven't already, Culture series on Audible, or if you prefer to read, I don't know. I went through the whole Culture series on Audible while I was running last summer. Player of Games is kind of a better Ender's Game. Kind of. But to be honest, consider Phlebas is not the best book to start with. Of games you've read all. They're pretty good. I had them all on Audible while I was running over the summer. Good.
Audible's the way to go.
Hey, Linky.
What's up?
Got these cool overlays on them. While Linky in Discord.
My bad. I'm just
You're good.
working, so I figured I'd hop in.
Good. Later tonight. Yeah, I'm almost done, man. Don't want to hop in this. Fine. And I go to freaking bed. It kind of still aliases with the shader, huh? I mean, we're probably gonna have it like this most of the time, though. Fine. Rolling around like this zoom is probably the best way to show this off. Or like even like here-ish, maybe. Yeah, you don't see me zooming? We can get first person, technically. I just don't know if it's super helpful. Yeah, there's the shader. Clean it up real quick. This. Make you do this real quick. I actually think that we should do. Hear me out. You should put handle camera controls, not in this .c, because you'll actually be able to use them from eval if you put them elsewhere. Like if I just do this, here's a cool trick. So usually you want to put like the player controls in the .c, yeah, but I think specifically for this, I want to do like this. Now when whoa. I guess it needs to recompile. So now I can actually use the controls, right, from the Python, which is really cool. Have this in more M's.
Is there a reason you drop pretty much everything in the .h and then you only have a main function in the .c?
.c is only for the demo that you run from C. It's not used from Python.
Okay. I guess I'm curious because I have a .c that has main, have a .h for client, and then .h for the environment.
That's fine. No, you're literally not allowed to make multiple files. Banned. We just should not draw these cubes. They're like really high noise. This is pretty good. We got to retrain policy on this. I'm going to commit this as well. Very happy with this. There you go, Spencer. Discord general chat sweep result. Ah, the pain of the bright. Too bright. 96, very nice. Wait, this is epochs. I'm dumb. Oh, holy hell. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Hey, Spencer.
Yo.
Been working on
Did you
this.
see my message on the
Yeah,
sweep result?
you wrecked it with the sweep. Good. Very good.
This thing's nuts. It's like score like 1400 and peaked at like 3000.
Yeah. Time for terraform. I have done my part with the shaders for now.
Did you change any of the learning at all, or is this
I slightly
Eh,
changed the terrain. I slightly changed the terrain, John. The hills
but
will
not
be
anything that's
higher.
like straight learning process?
No, just the hills will be higher.
Oh, all right, that's fine.
The curve looks the same as before. What you changed? Let's just get your params actually. Let's do your params.
Yeah, I think that 4202 one is the best one of the sweep.
Filling your params now. Is this 60? Oh, that's only 67 million, dude. That's not bad.
I mean, I'm on my phone, so I don't have like the best of control of Neptune, but it looks like that was the highest scored one.
I'm getting it. For low atom beta 1. Expected atom beta 2. DPT horizon. Normal. Subcoef. That's saying jagged training. The episodes are really long, it's expected. I gotta get a shower, man. I got up and just coded all day.
All right, I'm gonna switch back to X so I can see this. I want to see what it looks like.
Thank you to Spencer for these parameters.
Oh, did you kill stream, or is
No.
it?
I'm live.
I don't know. Never mind. App was just being weird.
This thing only ran 50 mil, my guy.
I can say I haven't seen the Twitter stream in quite some time. Like I can see it on Twitch and YouTube, but not on Twitter.
Spencer. The fuck did you do? Man's running freaking reinforce with value function coefficient 0. Did you reward coefs? Spencer, you're gonna have to PR your changes.
My changes?
You added reset. You added stuff as params.
Oh,
I can hack it for now, but I would like you to PR these when you can.
Yeah, I can't PR that at this minute.
Fine.
It looks like the 0 VF coefficient's very sus.
Yeah, you're running reinforced, dude. Like, what are you doing? I'll run this whatever, though.
Did it run the wrong sweep thing?
No, you just... for sus. Hello to all the folks on YouTube at this hour joining me on Saturday. You know, you can play with this M2. It's open source. It's just everything we're pushing. It's just going to the 3.0 branch of PufferLib. Puffer.ai for all the stuff, and you can actually come dev on this with us as well. We like open source contributors. We train people on RL if you're trying to get into it. Lots of fun stuff. But also start the GitHub.
Are
It helps us out.
you PRing? Sorry. Are you PRing any infra updates to 3.0, or is that safe for me to like start using?
End finding stuff, most likely minor fixes. Minor fixes only.
I just meant like you're not going to be really touching PufferL or any of that.
Minor fixes only are expected.
All right.
Yeah, this thing does awful. So like what? I'm confused. Spencer sent me this jank ass sweep. It says it's only trained for how the hell does this make any sense? Num M's, num agents, 32, 32. M's is 8. Like, I don't even see how it would be possible for this thing to repro. $40. Oh. Spencer, you noob. Nah, you noobed it, okay? Look. Frickin' trolled. You fucking ran it down, you inted whatever the game lingo you want. Look. Swept this. Okay, and then you forgot to normalize by it. Because score is just reporting this. You basically did this. And lo and behold, you get like 100x higher score. So I'll run it for the hell of it, but I don't expect this policy to be great. No, it's not a rewards tuning issue, it's a reporting issue. You can't have score dependent on the magnitude of reward when you're sweeping magnitude of reward. If you were gonna do that, then you have to do something like, total dirt moved or something. Like you need something that's not tied to the reward magnitude, or you at least have to normalize by the reward magnitude. Ah, it does so amazing. Ah. But not really. And then it doesn't really reproduce on top of that well. This is the reward scale factor, Spencer, but like the score is currently just summing the rewards. You would have to normalize the score independently. The score would become separate from the episode return, basically. You just like divide by reward coefficient or something for score. Yeah, so this doesn't frickin' work. What do we think is similar to this? Yeah. New sweep, good. The breakout params for now. I'm going to use, these are the breakout params that are sub 20 seconds. See if they work. Probably needs to go for longer than this. Do this one. Yeah, here's what we'll do. I'll give you a strong baseline. I'm going to bed. Okay. .6 mil SPS. 5. Not the best reward curves. They're carving. Look at this. They're carving through this terrain. And they build hills. That's a lot of like work to build that. Crazy. Terraform agents. Yo, Spencer, this is actually like probably a way harder task than construction in Minecraft. Just FYI. So like it's kind of crazy that we get this to work. This has not even been swept. These hypers probably suck. Like, I haven't even done this yet. Heh. Like, worse. Experiment. See? And I'm absolutely going to bed. Gotta get up to run tomorrow. That's better. Oh, they're terraforming. Look at this, like, the progress on this hill. Yeah, Spencer, I think we gotta play with the dynamics a bit so that they don't get stuck so much, and we make sure it's really like a sane task. Because like we see a lot of this type of a thing still, where it's like stuck in a hill. For all I know, it could be them dumping dirt on each other. I'll have to iterate a little bit, but solid start. Yeah, this is not visually impressive. Like the actual what the agents are doing is not yet visually impressive enough yet. We need like a sweep, maybe some data tweaks. Get them to actually do it properly. I'm gonna commit this up for now and give this to you to run sweeps on. I have been streaming for how the hell long today? Let's go check. I kind of didn't notice. Like, I kind of just did a bunch of stuff and didn't notice, you know? Okay, this is 3 hours-ish. And this was 7 hours. So I've been live 10, 11 plus hours, maybe? I don't know. Oh, no, because there was a before breakfast portion, too, wasn't there? Yeah, there was another 2 hours. So, 9.5. Oh, yeah, I've been live for like 13 hours. Okay. Jeez. Well, yeah, Spencer, run some sweeps if you have some time. Lighting is awful at the moment, but hey. There we are. For the folks on YouTube, Puffer.ai for all the things. I have no idea why the camera's this laggy. Puffer.ai for all the things. I'm exhausted. I'm going to get some rest. I will be back on Monday with more live dev. Sorry, the GitHub to help us out. If you want to get involved with dev, join the Discord. It's a fun time. Other than that, you can follow me on X for more RL content. Thank you, and I will be back Monday. Night.